If no one ever told you, when you think of Vietnam, there's two things you should think about: coffee and pho.
Vietnam has some of the world's best coffee and they are known for pho. In our last Food Finds video, we took you to some of the best coffee spots in Hanoi, Vietnam,
as well as discovering some unusual eats. So welcome to part 2 as we eat our way through Vietnam. So we are now at Banh Mi 25. Now this place is supposedly the best place to get banh mi here in Hanoi, and we were told this by our hotel.
And Hanoi is very popular for food tours, and this is one of the stops that food tours bring their guests.
So what is a banh mi?
It's a traditional Vietnamese sandwich. It's about, I think, is it a foot long? It's huge.
It's a big baguette, and it's stuffed with either pork or chicken or meatballs. So it's stuffed with different meat with a sauce and maybe some greens. We haven't had it, but everyone said it's the bomb, so we're about to try it for the first time.
And here, this place, Banh Mi 25, is also known for their iced coconut coffee.
So we might have that too. So now when they tell you to come to Banh Mi 25, it's because you're in search of one of the best sandwiches here in Hanoi. Here's the thing, when you get here, it just looks like a little service area, a little hole in the wall that you might want to order. Then they'll tell you to go across the street and have a seat, which is here. Now that seems kind of weird because when he told me that, I thought, well, maybe I'm sitting in someone else's venue, but it's not. When they started here originally in Banh Mi 25, it was just kind of a hole in the wall. It was takeaway only, meaning that you could only order it and then wait for it and then you leave with it. But then they expanded, and he said so many families and older people wanted a place to sit down and they had no place to sit down. So they used their uncle's place. And I'm like, uncle? He's like, yeah, basically this whole entire block is owned by like families, and it's been owned for so many years. So they just took this apartment over, gutted it out, and just put seats in there. Now that's where people can come and sit and eat their sandwiches. They install AC, so it's nice and comfortable. So that is why when you come here, you order across the street at Banh Mi 25, and then you walk across the street and have a seat and enjoy it.
Okay, thank you. For our entire meal, 2 sandwiches and 2 drinks, we paid 165,000 Vietnamese dong, which is $6.97. Banh Mi 25 is one of the best places to try the sandwich, but it is also super touristy, and we all know when the place is touristy, the food might not necessarily be good. But in this case, Banh Mi 25 is JBO approved.
We're at another good eat spots that you must visit.
This is called Bun Cha 41, and while we were talking to some locals, they recommended us this place specifically. And as usual, all the good places in Hanoi is a hole in a wall.
Let's go. Many times when you come to these restaurants and you order the food, you don't really know how to eat it, meaning there's an order. No, thank you. There's an order on how to eat the food and the way to prepare it when you're eating it. Well, what we found out is a lot of times when we are confused about how to eat it, just look at the people next to you or around you and you'll get a better idea and understanding on how to eat it. So let me try to explain this to you as best as I possibly can. First off, we have a bowl of mixed vegetables. There's mint, there's lettuce, combination of different greens. Here, this is of course the rice noodles, which you'll find in everything that you eat here. So it's kind of just like a spring roll, very crunchy. We had something similar to this earlier on, but we'll see if it tastes the same. And of course, the star for the show is the reason we came here is this broth with grilled pork. As you can see, look at how it's nicely grilled, ground pork, and it's in a broth. And I'm not sure really what this white stuff is, but we're gonna see what this all tastes like. All right, now, as I told you before, we're not really sure how to eat this, but based on how everyone else around us is eating it, you would take the rice noodles, you would put it inside this soup, and then you'll take some of the greens as well, and you'll kind of put that in there as well. So everything kind of gets warmed up. And then you go to town. So let's see what this tastes like. Want to get a little bit of everything? Wow, look at that. Oh. This really tastes good. The broth is really good as well. Why don't you give it a try? Let me know.
I did not think I would enjoy bang cha at all. On the pictures and as you can see on the video, it does not look appetizing at all. But the flavors are really delicious. I love the pork patty over here. It has really nice flavor. All these herbs that you put inside the soup and this crunchy goodness is so good. I think I like it even more than pho. But the spring rolls over here are not as good as we had it from the lady on the street.
Because the broth is so flavorful and I don't want it to go to waste, these spring roll type things, and again, this is very crunchy on the outside, I just dunk it inside this broth. Tastes really good. So whether or not this is the way to eat it, this is the way I'm eating it, and it works for me.
One bang cha and 4 spring rolls was 125,000 dong, which is $5.20. Each spring roll is 15,000 and bang cha is 65,000. And of course, like everything in Hanoi, it is made right on the street. There is a gentleman grilling the meats right on the sidewalk. The ladies are prepping everything else, and the inside they have the house where they have their family member resting on their bed. And now we are heading to the next must eat when in Hanoi. We are now at the next spot and we are having some traditional Vietnamese dessert. It has a very funny name. Let me try to pronounce it. Hoa qua dum dum. Hoa qua dum. Hoa qua dum. And this is what it is. It's just a bunch of fruits with some condensed milk and
Avocado. I see some avocado in there.
Vietnamese avocado. Let's try. I don't know how to eat it because they have a bowl of ice on the side and just a bowl of fruit.
All right, let's give this a try. I thought initially this was mango, so you're telling me this is not mango?
No, this one is mango. The other one is not.
So let's give this a go. I like it. Yup, that's mango, but it's green mango. You can see we're on the street. Can you see this? Here's how it is here now. That's the way it goes here. So let's see what else we have here. Watermelon. Yummy. This is pretty good, especially like on a hot day. It really cools you off. And the foods are pretty sweet and it's refreshing. With the condom, with the, whoa! I have to watch my toes and my elbows. I gotta tuck in my this when I'm eating.
This delicious treat is only 30,000 dong, which is about $1.25. We are now at our next location for some good eats, and this place is known for spring rolls, and they do bring tours in here.
Hello.
Hello. No, thank you.
So in this particular street, as you can see, there are back-to-back restaurants, all these little miniature chairs and tables, and everyone is eating, and we're right across the street facing the other side.
All right, we have our dish here. So what you need to do is take one of the rice papers. It's pretty thick, so to separate it. They give you a lot. So first we're going to put some lettuce. They have some mint and different herbs here, some parsley, and I think this looks like some type of basil. We have cucumber, green papaya, and this, I don't know what kind of meat this is, but I saw ladies upstairs preparing. It is ground something, either pork or ground chicken. They put it on sticks to grill it, and then they take it off the sticks and slice it for you. And then we have something crispy in here. Rice noodles, of course. Rice noodles are everywhere in Vietnamese dishes. All right, we'll wrap it all together.
Roll that up like a burrito. So you don't even really need to wet the rice paper.
And
Yes.
I think the reason is because lettuce are a little bit wet. And
Yeah, it just needs a little bit of moisture.
Once you wrap it, it's already going to be good. And they serve it with some type of sauce.
Sauce, right.
Let's give it a dip. Wow. Surprisingly, I love it. The sauce has excellent flavor, all the crunchiness from everything inside. And the meat itself, let me just take really good flavor. And I even forgot to put the papaya salad, but this is definitely JB.
Okay. This is
Some parsley, and I think this looks like some type of basil. We have cucumber, green papaya, and this, I don't know what kind of meat this is, but I saw ladies upstairs preparing. It is ground something, either pork or ground chicken. They put it on sticks to grill it, and then they take it off the sticks and slice it for you. And then we have something crispy in here. Rice noodles, of course. Rice noodles are everywhere in Vietnamese dishes. All right, we'll wrap it all together.
roll that up like a burrito. So you don't even really need to wet the rice paper.
And
Yes.
I think the reason is because lettuce are a little bit wet. And
Yeah, it just needs a little bit of moisture.
Once you wrap it, it's already going to be good. And they serve it with some type of sauce.
Sauce, right.
Let's give it a dip. Wow. Surprisingly, I love it. The sauce has excellent flavor.
This is my second one. The first one I even forgot to first record on the camera. These are so good. It is so fresh because of the mint taste. You have the textures from the pickled papaya, so you get a nice bite from that. You got the crunchiness from whatever this is, of course. And then, of course, you have the meat, so you get that charred flavor. The pickled mango, nice. It's nice and green, so it has a nice bite to it as well. Of course, the freshness from the cucumber, mint and all, and the sauce is the showstopper. Oh, the sauce is everything. This is so good. So many times when you come to these places, they're so delicious and so well known, you're gonna see big groups of food tours like the one coming, and they'll probably come right here right now because this place is gonna get slammed. You see this? Oh yeah, they're coming in. No, thank you. So they're all going upstairs because apparently there's not enough room here in the front of the sidewalk for them. So I guess there must be a lot of space upstairs. There's about 30 of them.
One plate with DIY spring rolls is 65,000 dong, which is $2.70 USD.
We are at the beginning of Bear Street now. In this area here, there's a lot of bars and clubs and basically a place to get your drink on, watering hole if you will. So we're gonna go and see if we can find a place and get the local beer, and we're gonna see what the nightlife is all about. We heard it's crazy. Let's find out. So we've been pulled over from one of the vendors here. I want to know if we have a beer. We're gonna walk back and come back. Thank you. Yeah, they basically just snatch you off the street. Stop. They get you in these places, get you to drink. Holy shit! Everywhere they're dragging you. to try to get you to come in and either eat or drink. Wow. So as you can see, wow. So now we're pretty much in the heart of it all. Wow. It is completely slammed here. Oh my gosh. In every direction. So the funniest thing just happened to us. As we're walking in Bear Street and we're finding a place to have a beer, which is Saigon, we're having. When we sat down, we were surrounded by 5 women, and they're all pointing to different beers on the menu, and they all wanted us to buy a different type of beer. So,
But they're all talking at the same time.
all at the same time. They're like, Tiger, Tiger. And the other one's like, no, Saigon. And the other one's like, no, Budweiser. So we're trying to figure out why are they like pushing all these different beers. Up to this point, I have no idea. If you guys know, let us know in the comments.
Xin chào for joining us on this Vietnamese food tour.
We sure hope you enjoyed it because we definitely did. But there's so much more to Vietnam, and we can't wait to show you more.
So be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and if you would like to support our journey, click the heart button below this video.
Just be out with us to the next adventure.